I never was a big McKennie fan. I love this mentality in his heart, and the fact that if you see him outside of the game, he's always very cheerful and very positive. I like that because you need no, but you need those kind of
I'm not
people in
laughing
the
at you. I'm
dressing room.
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. And if you saw McKennie and Coop today in midfield, it was like we plucked random people off the streets that play badminton their whole lives, and we just say, "Hey, you want to go and have a kick about it, Bernabeu? We have the field for an hour and a half. Come on, let's go." It was that bad, and this is where everything in our team falls apart. And Zach and I have been harping about this for 2 years now. The effing midfield. And that's your basics for any team. The strength of your midfields decides almost the overall strength of your squad. Because if you have midfielders who can create 30 chances a game and you have Padawin up front, eventually Padawin will put one in the back of the net. If you have defenders that are blind and disoriented, but you as a midfield can push back the opponent that they don't reach um, your penalty area, then you concede less. And yet we keep investing in strikers that have nothing to do with our game plan, that don't fit our team. And it's like we deliberately shoot ourselves in the foot by not investing in midfield and our wingbacks. And every season, this gets exposed. And then we're all here like, okay, well, this is the problem. Hey, this was a problem last season. Yeah, but it was also the problem the season before that. If we don't get a sporting director in who can remedy this and has an overview of what needs to be done, and I
Hey,
don't know what to tell you.
I have a trivia question for you. We'll go to Farhad. I love just giving these to Farhad.
All right, hold on. Where's Alessandro Belpiero is still at the Bernabeu. Well,
Here
we'll
we go.
talk
Are you
about
ready?
we'll talk about him. Yes.
All right. We're talking about Coop and Locatelli. Coop played 74 minutes. Locatelli played with extra time. 20, we'll say. Who completed more passes?
Does it rhyme with Schmoshmatelli?
No, they were even. So it was a trick question. Trick question. But I mean, that kind of sums it up. I mean, the comment was hilarious because.
Well, let's read the comment because I don't think the podcast listeners saw it.
Oh yeah. So, I'll read it. McKennie marked Coop and Coop marked McKennie. Total chaos. They were 2 meters close to each other the entire game. That's from Arakari. And it's true. And McKennie only completed 3 more passes than Locatelli. And McKennie, he played the whole game, didn't he? They just again and this is maybe a tutor comment. You go into this game and you're like, okay. The game plan was we are going to sit in tight 5-4-1. We're going to hit on the counter using quick combo play. Okay, so you need somebody who can release. You need someone who's fast. You need someone to link up to play off of probably the forward. Okay, the last one's going to be Yildiz. So who's going to release and who's going to run? And you pick Coop Miners to play in the Locatelli role. Did Coop Miners do any pass further than 5 meters? Not that I can remember.
I saw a comment on Twitter where someone said, "Oh, Rob, actually, our friend Rob, he said, I don't think the commentator mentioned Coop's name in however long this was just invisible."
I think halftime. I've got my notes here. Coop Miner had 12 touches and McKennie had 10. They were 2 of the 3 lowest touches in the entire game. Our midfield. And so then you say, okay, we're going to put Coop Miners, who passes 5 meters, as the long pass release guy in the midfield, and we're going to put our slowest forward as the starting guy. It was very frustrating to see, say, someone like Openda, and I know that some folks in the chat were like, well, what does he do? Well, the one thing Openda does do above everything else is run faster than everybody else. And so, of course, with a deep block and try to release, that's the guy you go to. And then when you're going to bring Kostic on at the end of the game, you throw on Dusan to actually win a head ball instead of putting Kostic on with Openda and David, neither of whom are tall and win head balls.
Laughable.
It's clear. Maybe it's not clear, or maybe I'm just crazy. Folks in the chat, please let me know if I'm crazy, but there just doesn't seem to be a sync between game plan, which I thought was fine considering the circumstances, and the players that Tudor puts on the pitch. Like, how many games have we said this?
Um,
All
uh,
of them?
and I'm convinced, utterly convinced, that if we put a midfield consisting of McKennie and Cope like today, and we put those guys in wheelchairs on the pitch, they'd have the equal amount of touches they'd have without a wheelchair. I'm honestly convinced because you never see them marking back down, creating space, playing a ball into space. You never see that. You never, ever, ever see that. And what I don't understand.
Starting Coop and McKennie at the Bernabeu is just madness against Real
Too
Madrid.
slow. Too slow.
Well, McKennie in the middle. McKennie in the middle. Like, if you
Having
were to
them,
say,
I mean, that's
McKennie
the
is
state of
wingback.
you in 2025. That's your starting 11.
It's my source texted me, and he's not always. No. It's not something.
And now, Freddie
No.
Scoops with the scoop. He's the best in the business, see?
Now with that sound drop, you create all these expectations which are not there. I was going to say my source is very objective all of the time, and all likes to state facts or things that he knows. But he texted me, and I'm gonna roughly translate. He texted me, you know that feeling you get when you're in the car and you need to take an urgent shit? That's how Tudor handles the game. Full-blown panic.
That's called the fear. Google the fear.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what Tudor does every game. Like every game, something he just does random things, hoping for it to work out, which make no sense. You pull out your what is Dusan 1 meter 87 or something in centimeters?
He's tall. Yeah.
He's tall, and you take him off in order to put Kostic on, and the only thing Kostic can do, albeit not well, is throwing crosses in the box. For Openda, who barely even reaches over the grass that he's playing on, so I mean, yeah.
We're a broken record about it, Frederick. We have said this every game this season, where either the game plan is wrong with the players were right, or the players or the game plan is right and the players are wrong. And oftentimes it takes subs in order to change that, but the subs come often too late, or they come at the right time, but they're the wrong subs. it's a little bit comical, and
I never know how to pronounce the correct way of that. Something in a peg in a square hole, circle. How do you say that?